I remember correctly, last week, when that snake came by the table, you jumped up in the chair, squealed like a little girl. Okay, Jesse James. Here is an armchair red moment. That snake is illegal. He's trying to run. It's an illegal weapon. It's like having a man just get it out of the ring.
I don't know what's he doing. What's he scared of? He's scared. He's scared.
He needs to have a snake-skin guy. He might have did all this.
You don't want none of this. You need to go in there and take care of him. You don't want none of me. You don't want none of me.
Hit him with a suitcase. Rico is evidently not smart enough not to mess with Lawrence. You do realize he is the world champion. You do realize he is a competent 35-year veteran.
If it wasn't for that briefcase, he wouldn't be the champion.
It don't matter. What would that snake? What would that snake?
The snake hasn't done anything.
He's scared Lawrence.
He's scared Tim and you.
Somebody claimed I wet my pants when that snake came over here.
You did. That's why you had to change it. You didn't have those things on your pants.
What's happening here? He put the snake in the far corner. Mark's trying to get in. You gotta like it. I know you don't, but you do. You gotta like Chartreuse and Marks. He's just a competent veteran. He's won an award that says he's...
Ladies and gentlemen, and I use that term very loosely when I'm in Gallatin. But let me explain something to you, son Woodridge. I'm not scared of that snake. Let me explain something to you. That fat lady right there scares me more than her snake, because she might eat me. And these people know you do not have a chance in hell to beat me. Do you think you can beat me? And then you're just as dumb as you look. Look at you. Looks like you're sucking a few microphones yourself, huh? Hey, what it looks like to me is you scared of my snake. Is you scared? I think he's scared because my snake is bigger than his. And by
about, and she talked about not to make fun of people's physical disability. You call them satellite dishes. Put it on. That really bothered Mark.
Will be taking pictures with his snake following the match. He is the current RWF Heavyweight Champion.
He wants the snake out of the ring. Understandable. Well, I got one
Title is on the line. Your challenger is Matt Starr. And your champion, Sean Hoodridge. Oh, Escobar is out here too.
All right, this is Rush the Ref, RWF, September 21st, 2024. And I'm joined along ringside by the voice, Tim Miner.
Well, we have got a great card of action here tonight.
And it's been good, every one of these matches.
Ring the bell. I had to do that once. I almost fell out of the chair. You were not out here. You were missing an action.
Here we go. I'm glad you're back.
Oh, no, you're
All
not.
Rico wants to do is argue. He's just so biased against sharp-dressed men. We can't call the match for it. And he got his comeuppance. Have you noticed that some people just come to wrestling to get up and down and go back and forth? They never watch a match. And they never really go anywhere. I would pay attention. They don't go to the concession or the bathroom. They just want to walk in front of the camera. Don't even know they're on the camera. Anyway, well, that's Sean Hoodridge. Right there, the man in the gold tights. And of course, everybody knows the hometown boy, Matt Starr. He changed his song to Country Road.
Well, it's not Country Roads, it's Lonely Roads. It's a version of Country Roads.
Okay. I stand corrected. The fans have really been into this too.
Pinball, 1, 2.
I don't think Star that good that quick. No, Matt, he did pull your tights. Had he pulled your tights, you'd have won. I mean, he'd have won. I had one of those jumbo hot dogs that concession stand has, all meat. Man, Tomato, that's a meal. It was delicious. Never tasted anything like that snake. So have you determined who's going to be in a trick-or-treat match yet? No? Collar out the top, middle of the ring. Star comes out with an arm wringer. Gonna ring it up some more. Yeah, look at that.
Look at my eyes.
I love the way Matt works the camera too. Look at the athleticism of Sean. Oh, reversal on that arm wringer.
Asking if he wants to break it.
So
And some of the fans are giving a thumbs up.
I'm afraid Frankie Swamp Tower's knee may be blown out. I was back in the locker room. And he's icing it up.
Uh-oh.
Now this is illegal, Tim Miner. He needs to be disqualified right there. That woman needs to be thrown out of the arena. And anybody came with her.
Whose child is that?
That's wrong. That little girl, if Matt would have reflexed and kicked her, they'd have been all over. Can't let fans do that. Sean always does that thing. It'd be the same difference if Escobar interferes for Matt. Now, this is wrong. Matt, get up and smack the board. See, that's why. That little kid stomped you for good. Somebody needs to put a leash on that kid. He needs to be thrown out. And that guy that just did high-fiving, throw him out. Keep standing up in front of the camera. I'm tired of this stuff, Tim Miner. No. Get the Matt Stars boy in there and see what happens. He'll wrap him up in a figure four or something. This is not right. We do not condone this. Please, fans, even if the wrestlers invite you, do not get involved in the match.
He's going to pick him up. Now, if he can pick his kid up, he can use him. Oh, he's got him.
Well, you have to be built like Sean Midridge to do that. What is this? What is this? You know who that is, don't you? That's Psycho Medic's kid. What's she throw her out to? It's Psycho Medic with her. Stop this.
I'm watching. Escobar wants to know what I'm doing.
Rico left too soon. Now Matt might enjoy this.
I think he's going to let everybody. Wait, hey, that's.
Do Kyle. Do
No,
Kyle.
look who's over with the mask on.
Malachi.
That's Malachi. He can't pick him up.
The monster under the hood. He likes to sit with that Weatherby crew. So from here on out, I don't care what Matt Starr does, you can't disqualify him for it. That just would be wrong. So do me a favor next show. Let Rico get beat down. Let him interfere in the first match.
We wanted to get rid of Rico?
He just wants to argue all the time. Everything I say.
I think you argue most of the time.
I'm in a bad mood right now. See? Just can't help but stand up in front of the camera, can you?
Matt Starr now has the upper hand. Now he needs to go get some of these kids.
Excuse
and
me,
use them.
I have to adjust the substitute camera because somebody's standing up and won't get out of the way.
Matt Starr, big right hand, going to attack on Sean Hoodridge. Oh, drops over that leg. Once again.
Anything he does at this point should be legal. And everything he's doing is.
Oh, going to stretch that hamstring out. Matt Starr showing like he's the number one contender.
Hey, Austin.
And he sweeps his legs out from underneath him. And Matt Starr.
Thank you.
There's a stomp.
Thanks, Austin. Escobar got him some now.
Hey!
It's all right.
Hey!
He's not a little kid.
He slipped and fell.
What did he do? Exert himself? What happened to Escobar? He exerted himself too much choking. He gets a pass on that.
No, he doesn't.
If a little kid can come in and stomp Matt Starr, Escobar,
They don't know.
Professional can do that.
They don't know right from wrong.
If he uses that snake, then man can use Escobar, his snake.
Escobar is a snake.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Big back elbow there by Matt Starr.
Take nothing away from Sean Hoodridge because he is very, very confident.
Nonchalantly pinning him, trying to do push-ups over him.
But I still would argue Matt Starr might be the best that's come through the area at all. Overall, everything, you take everything into consideration, particularly endurance. He just manages to work through all his injuries. He'll give you a match like this against a world champion. We may have a new champion tonight.
Possibly. I think Sean Hoodridge could be out.
Wait, where did Escobar go? Malachi go. Is he under the ring? No, the ring would be raised up.
He's over beating down Sean Hoodridge right now.
Escobar is. Now, don't think Escobar because Julie Steele pushed him around. Escobar is a wrestler as well. He had to retire due to injuries, but the man can go. He can pack a punch. So when he's hitting, Sean, it hurts.
Kick to the side of his ribs right there, I believe. I want to give you an update on the score. Tennessee was leading 22-3 earlier.
Who are they fighting?
They're fighting Oklahoma.
Sorry if you heard me talking. I was talking to one of our wrestlers who has to cut out.
And there's a pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so close.
Jim Miner told me not to be distracted like that, but
I'm ready to listen back and see how distracted you and Rico were.
You know how some of these guys, they're like, we've helped raise them.
I know how you are. You're easily distracted.
I am. It's one of my charms.
I sent you to get tickets earlier, and you didn't come back.
It's one of my charms. Lucky charms. Matt's got him. It's interesting how Sean has not brought the snake in.
Oh! Would he rather him use a kid or a snake?
Snake. These kids are made of striped snakes.
Oh!
What a move! That's a 10. No, that's a 2. Once again, you got to hook the tights of Matt Starr.
Going to the middle rope. Sean Hoodrich getting ready to come off here. Staggering in. Oh, he misses. Well, oh!
Oh, yeah.
Super kick to the gut. Oh, and then the bicycle scissor kick.
We have seen a lot of good wrestling here. High impact, high flying. This is good. Two guys that can do it all.
Another near pinfall.
You just throw those lousy little striped snake kids out that interfered, and it's been a great match.
And Escobar.
You sort of see the snake.
And Escobar.
No, not till the snake gets over Escobar.
It's a madman. Oh!
That's a good same Matt, new Matt used. I don't think I've seen that move. Sort of the reverse back cracker, chest cracker.
Well, Escobar getting a little bit huggy.
He's hugging it out with Chase. You don't need to be messing with Escobar. It'll lose your match for you. That could be it. Trouble is, some of those moves like that takes as much out of the giver as it does the givee.
Oh, and another pinfall. I thought he had it there.
Need to hook the tights.
I thought Matt Starr was going to walk out of here with the RWF heavyweight title.
Should have been.
He's known for holding the gold. He was a tag team champion for a while.
Guess what's going to happen here? Oh, man, I figured Escobar was going to get hit.
Oh, he
did
did.
get hit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6. We got a champion. He's busy throwing Escobar out instead of...
Escobar's getting undressed.
He doesn't have on his little baby doll outfit. Now this isn't right. We just saw Matt get a legitimate 6 count. Didn't throw those kids out.
And we got a winner, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and still your RWF heavyweight champion, Sean Hoodrich. What a match, Rusty. What a main event.
Very worthy.
Oh, he's getting a snake. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winner is Sean Hoodrich. And at this time, he will take pictures with the snake. I believe they are $5 each. So if you want your picture with Sean Hoodrich and the snake, just go up there and see him.
Rusty clowning, two dogs on a mission. Television gold, ain't no intermission. Wild antics, blanks got the crowd all wishing. Life is currency, big fame, recognition. Rusty in the corner, plans wild and whack. Tim in the front, comedy never lack. Studio chaos, keep them all on track. Smash hit moments, all stripping from the mat. Tim and Rusty run the show, ain't no stopping. Every episode, side splitting, jaw dropping. Laughs on tap, steady beat, steady knocking. Fame train rolling, never gonna be flopping. Tim spitting jokes like a pro magician's wand. Rusty bringing back up, both tight like a bond. Audience cracking up from dusk until dawn. Comedy duo, yeah, that's the unbreakable bond. Shenanigans break the fourth wall, candid confessions. Each episode a lesson in laughter professions. From pratfalls to epic rants, never second lessons. Tim and Rusty reign supreme, laughter the obsession. In the studio, lights, comedy ignites. From bloopers to bloops, every bit delights. Tickle your funny bone, no matter your plight. Tim and Rusty show, where every moment's a highlight.
And welcome to the Tim and Rusty Show. Join us for our 18th year of online broadcasting. You are in for a treat tonight. Tim Miner, the voice, will be here momentarily. He's taking care of some technical difficulties. And what you're really going to enjoy tonight is the artist formerly known as Rico, that I'm now calling RJ or Arj, is not here. And there's reasons why he's not here. Why is that, Tim Miner?
Well, Rico tried to cheat in fantasy football this week.
You're the one that's always cooking
He's
the
always
books.
telling me I'm
according to
cooking
him.
the books. He called me, he texted me and said, hey, can you change my player for me? I meant to start my other quarterback. I think he was joking around, but
Sure he was.
I'm sure he
He'd
was.
have taken it if you'd have done it.
Because he's so honest. Now, I want to go back to last year of fantasy football. This time last year, I was sitting at 0-5, and I was going into week 6, and my game was against you. That was my first win of the season last year, and it started a winning streak. Of course, I ended up winning every game until the last game of the season, and I didn't make the playoffs because I missed.
Oh, big whoop. You beat team number 11 out of 12 teams.
The luscious David Heatherly is watching.
Forgive the question mark on my face, but I don't recognize
He wants
it.
to hear what we say about her. I guess her.
Who's David Heatherly?
That's David
Matthew.
Matthews.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, no, you got to use the right terms here. Sorry,
Anyways.
we kayfabed you out. Or unkayfabed. Sorry, my nose itches.
We've got a great show coming up
Hey, David.
on October the 19th. It is going to be our trick or treat special show.
Will Kenny Swamp Tower be there?
No, Kenny Swamp Tower. We don't have a Kenny Swamp Tower.
Who
We
do
have a
we?
Frankie Swamp Tower.
Oh, okay.
We
Will
do have a
Frankie
Kenny
Swampwater be there?
There is a Kenny Swamp Tower. Or Kenny's.
Will
Swamp-
Frankie Swampwater be
No,
there?
wait. Sweat Thomas.
Yeah, I
Remember
know
Kenny Sweat-
him.
I ran into him the other night.
He's a good referee.
Actually, we went out to a haunted
real good
house, but he
referee.
wasn't at the haunted house. He was where I stopped.
He was
to get
haunting the
gas.
house.
I stopped to get gas and talked to him for a moment. He is a minister now.
Cool.
Um,
That is cool.
but
He's a good man.
we've got a great card coming up. Actually, there's a great show coming up this coming Friday night. PWA will be in Gladeville. They are having their Halloween show.
We plan
So
on
it'll be
being
fun to
there,
Be there and watch that.
and be sure and come by and say hello if you see us there, if you're there.
What are you going dressed as?
Are we supposed to dress up for that show?
No, I don't know. I'm just.
Oh, I already
was
know.
going to dress up as you.
I guess I could let you borrow my vest. You got a
Actually,
black shirt?
I'm going to dress up like Luke. I'm going to find a wig like Luke
Well,
there.
last year I dressed up like Blackthorn. That went over real well with everybody but Blackthorn. So maybe this year I'll poke the bear
Maybe you
and
just
dress
go-
up like Malachi.
Oh, yeah, I could see you dress up like Malachi.
You know, we're so both the same size, and
Yeah, you're just as tall as he is.
I've got some things in mind. But
I don't dress up.
you could go as Rico. I'm sorry, RJ.
I'm gonna go as commissioner.
I've
got to.
You just say a bunch of things that you
I've
throw
got
out there as the truth that have no basis for fact.
I've got some children.
And-
I know I can go as.
Chewing gum. Oh, no, it's bubble gum. I'm all out of bubble gum. Bless his heart.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree with David.
and
You wear a costume year round. You are a character.
Well, yeah, I do identify as a man, though. No matter what everybody else thinks. Some people don't identify as a man.
Who?
David
Oh,
Matthews.
David Matthews. Yeah, he's former women's champion. I thought you was looking at me.
No, I was looking at your. Sorry, I'm looking at your phone over there. Oh, anyway, the reason I mentioned Frankie because he's watching the show too.
Frankie has injured his knee.
Was on my page.
He got beat down. We showed that a couple weeks ago on the live
It's
stream.
bad.
I already go show that once again just so everybody can see it. And
Xavier ran him
Xavier
into
Michaels,
that turnbuckle on his knee.
Xavier Michaels got stuffed in a locker.
Yeah. The human wrecking ball. You got to love him. I don't care what side of the ring he's on. I like him. Of course, he's one of our boys, that we helped raise. Not as much as we did his brothers, but we did have a little hand in that and raised in the wrestling world. Be good for him to come back. I think he should be the number one contender for the U.S. title. And then I think Larry Cooter may have a shot at him. If he retains it? That'd be good. Actually, him and Cooter make a great tag team. Someone's calling. Somebody's calling.
I think
the Malachi hater over here just called us.
Well, we do have a big show coming up on October 19th. We're going to have got a trick or treat match, which will have bags of tricks or treats in the ring. And that's going to be between Sean Hoodrich and Matt Starr.
And it's
whatever they open the bag, get to the bag, they open the bag. What is inside, they can use as a weapon.
One of them will have a snake in it, right?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, Sean will have his bag with a snake in it.
Well, it might be.
Well, it's hard to tell him, but Matt might have a bag with a mongoose in it. Mongoose
Brian
kills snakes.
Burkhan, we are going to go to PWA. Well, me and Rusty are. We'll be at PWA.
Yeah, he was there last.
I don't know if Rusty will be there, or if Rico will be there or not.
He was there the last show that I went to. Was it October 2, I believe?
Rico said something that he might go because he works during the week now. I'll have to find out though.
Oh, but he couldn't come to the show tonight, huh? Oh, RJ just flaking out on
today. He just might have. He works Monday through Friday.
Oh, I did a little fact checking, and I hope you're going to back me up on this because I'm going out backing you up on this. You're the owner of RWF, yes, but you are also the commissioner. Don't care what Vince McMahon or anybody else did. You did that part of the time in the old RWF, off and on, and then you just that. I could go back in our official newsletter. That's a 10, and it's in writing. Once it's in writing, it never was disputed. You, the board, no one else ever disputed that. Let's see. And it says right there that in March the 23rd, Commissioner Tim Miner, a long-time nemesis of Psychomedic. There you go, Commissioner Tim Miner. Psychomedic never say anything about it. You never say that. Oh, I'm not the commissioner because you are the commissioner. It goes on and on in our newsletters here. Commissioner Miner immediately signed a no rules falls count anywhere title rematch for tonight's show, July 20th. RWF senior referee Kashawn Morris proceeding, and that was against Xavier Michaels and Frankie Swamp Tower. And I can go on. I've got 11 months or 10 months of that to 10. Actually, I can go all the way back to December of last year.
November will be our
in writing
anniversary show of Renegade Wrestling Federation. And we will, during that show, we will have
Commissioner Tim Miner.
It will be known as Renegade Rampage. This will be the first one. So every how many years we make it through it, we will have Renegade Rampage 2 in the fall in 2025.
You never know what's going to happen, but as of now, it looks like we're going to have another 20-year run. I probably won't be there.
Oh, yeah, you better.
Well,
I'm not doing this without you.
You do. Thank you. Thank you, Tim Miner. that just touched my heart. Well, you'll have Thorne, how you and him get
Yeah, but
along.
bathroom should be clean by then.
You might not
He's not here tonight.
You might ought to lay off him on that because Thorne can, he if you're just as a man, he's a good man, but if he's after you, he's a bad man. I was trying to know how to say that. Once again, things that hide in the dark alley that you're afraid to go back in the dark alley, he goes and they're afraid to go in the alley because of him.
Not afraid to go in the bathrooms anymore because they are clean.
I still, no offense to the monster known as Malachi, but monsters come in more than one size, and Thorne is a good example of that. I'd love to see Thorne and Malachi go at it.
You tried to get that started. You started to stir that pot last week.
I don't want them. I don't want to be all mad at each other. I just want them to have a match.
November will be our 1 year anniversary big show that we'll have. So you want to make sure to be at that one. Of course, we're going to have a great show on the 19th. Also, costume contest on the 19th. We'll have some prizes. We'll have some action figures for the children. We'll have some tattoo.
We're going to give people tattoos.
The older people will have tattoo.
I mean, can we give one right there off the show?
Coupons for tattoos.
Okay. Let's put a free David Matthew women's champion tattoos and a heart.
He wants a bigger title. We are that.
We need a bigger round. We
need
a bigger round title for him.
On October the 19th, we will have a battle royal, which will have everyone who wins the battle royal gets a title shot of their choosing. So
Matt or Sean.
Maybe if David can win that battle royal.
Is he's going to be there?
I have to look at what we've got scheduled here. I'm not sure. Me and Thorne talked about the other week. And
unfortunately, we'd like to have all of you guys there, but we're limited. We try to keep it down to no.
Looking back at it now, we do have David Matthews on there for the battle royal.
We usually only have 7 matches, right? It can be more or less, but around 7 matches.
But we have like 40. At last count, we have like 45 people on our roster that have wrestled for RWF. Renegade Wrestling Federation.
And looking behind the curtain, a couple of you guys may not be back. Okay. I'll let you know let you figure out who you are.
What's that?
A couple of the guys may not be back. Anyway.
Well, if I earn my music man.
How come? He does a good job. Now you're going to be stuck.
He's got to go to a haunted house on.
He's got to haunt a house.
The 19th, yeah.
He
can haunt our house. He's haunted our house.
My grandsons, Jonathan and Jacob, did that when they were in elementary up through. I went to it. Yeah, they worked elementary, I think, up through middle school, or at least Jonathan was in middle school. And they had the time of their life, particularly Jacob, the younger, who is now the older. He is 6'3", and he's all muscle, wiry muscle. I wish we could have got him. Well, we guess we still could get him training. I'm sure Thorne could whip him into shape.
But now we did go to a couple of haunted houses this past week.
He's about like Jason Xavier. I mean, Xavier Michaels, except no offense, Xavier, more cut.
But one of the haunted houses we went to is Slaughterhouse, and the place where it's held at is owned by Lone Wolf, the tattoo artist. Who used to be a wrestler for SWA Wrestling.
We loved Lone Wolf.
So
with Hal when he came out.
They actually have movies. You can go there and watch movies. It's an old movie theater. It's in Hermitage. You can do movie and the haunted house, or you can do. I think they still have.
You do haunted house and a movie.
I think they have a dinner movie in the haunted house.
Why don't we do that?
Well, we've already been to the haunted house.
Well, I'd like to do the dinner movie in a haunted house.
I don't think you can make it to the haunted house. I don't think you can make it up that walkway.
Okay.
There's a.
You're right.
It looks like a torn up ship, and it's sitting there, and I almost fell 4 or 5 times walking through there.
I'll go to the dinner and the movie while you and Luke go to the rest of it.
Yeah, because it's very dark. Walking through, but
I could definitely do the dinner.
The floor moves on you,
and I can watch a movie. Hey, our local theater here is at GNC, the one in Gallatin. Anyway, it's down behind Publix off of Gallatin Road or Nashville Pike. On Wednesday nights, they're doing through October classic horror movies for $5, and it starts at 7 p.m.
So you want everybody to stop going to church and go?
Oh, I never thought of that. But it's not. It's not.
Actually, we're not going to church tomorrow night.
It's Nightmare on Elm
We're
Street
going to
is
a
this
concert.
Wednesday, and then it was The Shining is going to be playing Friday the 13th, and one of the last Halloweens, the one where Jamie is an older woman.
Actually, we're going to a concert tomorrow night, unless somebody wants to offer me $200 a ticket on each ticket tonight online here.
What if they want to offer you $300? Or
Oh, I'll take 300 too. They cost me $130 a piece. They're on the lower level, second row.
Oh, maybe
21 pilots.
How about 150?
Luke would kill me if I saw those tickets.
It's not Luke's money. What does it matter?
Yeah, but it's Luke's concert.
Who is it?
21 pilots.
Pilots? I'm a pilot. I can pilot here, pilot there, pilot anywhere. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Old joke. Henny Youngman, I believe it was.
But I lost my train of thought. But we're going to do a battle royal on that night, and the winner of the battle royal will receive a title shot of their choosing. And you're just talking about I think we have 45 people, like I said earlier, on our roster. So we can't book everybody every show. We have to kind of work it to what's,
And once again, a kayfabe alert. We don't want you there just to be there. We want to work you in a program, we want you working. Somebody wants you to have a feud, to kind of sell out a storyline. We want you to be there. So you'll enjoy it better. The fans will enjoy it better. And you can be with us a while. And particularly our regulars, the ones that are there, we do have a certain group that are there every show rather. We definitely want them to be in it.
Well, we actually, Xavier Michaels has joined in here. We do have a match signed with you against Austin Cruz.
Oh, wow.
For the title on the line.
The wrecking ball is going to land. If anybody can do this, it is Xavier Michaels.
Xavier Michaels got out of the locker. I thought he got left in like he did at school. The school closed for the weekend. He gets stuck in the locker. And that's what Austin Cruz said.
Do you really think anybody ever stuffed Xavier Michaels in a locker in high school?
Probably not.
No.
Probably,
unless Austin Cruz was there. Okay.
I can see Luke getting stuck in the locker.
But, oh yeah, he'd fit real good.
He'd fit in a locker.
He'd fit in that little thing in the top. You fold it upright.
In the locker on the little tote hook.
I was afraid that he was going to get hit those hooks because Austin just threw him in there. He didn't set him in there. He threw the hooks that you hang your stuff on. There were a couple on the back, couple on the sides. Anyway, but if anybody could stop Austin Cruz, it's going to be Xavier Michaels.
Well,
and he don't have to.
He's not coming from behind this time. It'll be man to man.
And he don't have to kick 6 feet in the air either. He definitely could reach his head with that foot. But at the same time, the human wrecking ball, don't let him get you in a corner, Xavier. Of course, he's quick as greased lightning. He gets him in the corner. He goes through that diving where he goes through the ropes and puts gives him a lariat across the neck, clothesline across the neck. He's got a name he calls that, but I just love it. That's a match. Once again, is that the main event? It could be.
I don't know what I did with where I wrote down.
I guess it's Sean and Matt would be the world's title, might be the main event. Oh, we got a big tag match too coming up. Once again, it's a part of an ongoing saga with Sharp Dressed Men. Oh, I loved it. They beat Rico down for sticking. I don't want him to be
a special guest referee in that match.
Why did you officially put him in there to stick his nose in it officially?
Well,
finally, he's official.
You can't claim that it's that we're doing shenanigans and whatnot.
Well, yes, you are. You put a biased referee in there. Just that's how you got rid of Psycho Medic. Biased referee. I try to take up for you, even go against Arj. That's RJ, formerly known as Rico. I even go against him and say, you are the commissioner. You're the owner. You can be anything you want to in RWF. You can even clean the restrooms if you want to. Anyway, yeah, RJ Suave has a tone to it, doesn't it? Anyway, I think why is he wearing that hater shirt again? Malachi Hater. I can't believe that Luke has got that on it. You should have known I was going to say something about it, and Malachi is going to hear it.
Xavier Michaels is upset that Austin Cruz would try to bully him.
Well,
I picked the wrong guy to bully there, I believe.
He did, but Xavier, I was there. It was obvious because I was commenting when I wasn't supposed to comment. I got excited, you know. These are some of my favorite wrestlers back here. And anyway, he bullied you then, but I think you'll do what needs to happen. You'll stand up against the bully. Now, Austin was quite something in high school playing football. He was the immovable object.
Oh, yeah.
Both on offensive and defensive line. Just a chunk. His brothers played Matt and Nate. They played linebacker. And I think Matt was a running back. Running back too.
But,
and I forgot
we do
what
have Matt
Nate
Starr.
did.
Like we've said, we got Matt Starr taking on Sean Hoodrich for the heavyweight title. We've got Xavier Michaels taking on Austin Cruz for the RWF title, United States title. Landon Bradley puts his title on line against Jason Xavier. Who else do we have?
The Monster.
We have the Monster Malachi taking on Dewey Barnes in a what is it, a street fight?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an RWF street fight.
And it's Malachi rules, which I guess a street fight is there are no rules. Can you wrestle?
And then we have the tag team titles.
Can you wrestle one of those matches and still be in the Battle Royal?
That's something we have yet to discuss yet, but
I'm sorry, I interrupted you there about the tag team, but
we do have tag team titles on the line as the Sharp Dressed Men are going to try to take those titles off of Drew Weatherby. And, of course, LBK, I've heard LBK has hurt his knee. We'll find more out about that at the show.
I don't think he minds. It's obvious he's got this huge leg brace on. Allegedly,
well, don't tell Sharp Dressed Men about that. They'll try to attack his leg.
Well, allegedly it's a meniscus tear, but he told me he will be there if he has to crawl, if they have to carry him in on a stretcher, if he has to wrestle in crutches. Matter of fact, he might even use those crutches.
They might have to carry him out on crutches.
He could probably still do moonsaults and stuff with that leg all braced up.
Also,
it's a brace from upper thigh to lower calf. It is. He showed me he can only bend it like 5 degrees or so, just enough to walk.
Also in action that night, we'll have Rock Dog, Blackthorn,
the dog's
Kenny
back.
South, Colton Chris, JDV.
Colton has got the biggest fight in a little. I don't mean that insulting, but in a little man comparing to Malachi, little man. But he's got the biggest fight. And remember when he just took it to D'Amico Graves, just right off the bat? He almost had it.
Yeah, Xavier Michaels says he wouldn't mind being in the Battle Royal also.
That's David Matthews?
No, Xavier Michaels.
Oh, Xavier Michaels. Yeah. Once again, if we don't let,
of course,
some of our
Sharp
best
Dressed
wrestlers
Man
are in these
Sharp Dressed Man James,
title matches.
or as Rico calls him, Junior.
Rico needs to call him Sir. I took that to that beat.
Hey, well,
now.
you can make fun of Rico because you're going to call him RJ. His name backwards is Junior.
Good one, Tim Miner.
But
you added to
Sharp Dressed Man James
Junior
is saying, hey,
Suave.
the new tag team champions will be the Sharp Dressed Men.
So I guess it'll just have to be what you decide who's going to be in the Battle Royal, right? Because you don't want to overdo somebody. You don't want somebody to is
Hello,
Dewey Barnes
Julie
after
Steele.
wrestling Malachi going to be able to be in the 10-man Battle Royal? I don't know.
Maybe more than 10 now. We started off with 10.
Actually,
But we have D'Amico Graves going to be in action. Mike Cobb, Larry Cooter.
Well,
Classic man.
now D'Amico would be we're getting, D'Amico would be a good one for Malachi. I still think eventually, somewhere down the line, I'd love to see Larry Cooter and Malachi go at it. And Larry Cooter's got, I don't think they care, has got some of his training and starting of Malachi in the early days. That could be, student shows the teacher a thing or two, because you got to have somebody big enough. Of course, evidently not, because Dewey Barnes has got to win over Malachi. And Matt Starr,
help with Matt Starr.
And
Matt Starr had some help from Dewey Barnes.
It also started.
So it takes two to beat one.
Well, but let's remember the tag team title holders, LBK and Drew Weatherby, had some help with Malachi against Matt Starr and Landon Bradley. This is happening. This is happening for a reason. But I'm for you, Malachi.
The treat for the Battle Royal is the winner gets to choose a title shot of their choosing.
Well, we know what David
like
Matthews.
Sort of like Money in the Bank.
We know what
candy in the bag. It's a candy in the bag battle royal.
We know what David Matthews is going to pick. I think he should pick the men's title this time, and then he'll be a woman that's beat a man. Of course, we've already got that. I guess Destiny Rose has got a title win over him, but just
But what if Destiny Rose decided she wants a shot at the?
She wins the Battle Royal
title or the heavyweight title.
Well, now last week I wasn't able to be here. I apologize. I was out of town at a conference.
Yeah, we had a good show last week.
And I did make some contacts for RWF while I was there.
We were on last week.
Well, no, you didn't have me here to fact check for you.
Well, I need no fact checking.
I already did. I've already done.
All my stories were
Is ours.
9 fumbles in football.
I loved it, but I had to fact check.
My coach told me he was glad I wasn't a pallbearer at my dad's funeral because I fumbled so much. Afraid I'd drop the coffee.
Yeah, and then you said, my dad just died. You're making a joke. My dad No, I had to fact check RJ on several things. I just proved one of them, and there's several other things. He just throws stuff out there all the time. Anyway, you made it over the top Battle Royal, which I pro Battle Royal. You all discussed it very thoroughly, and Thorne was definitely pushing for that. I know that he doesn't have any say if it doesn't consider custodial work, but he does, though, because he is such a competent veteran.
Look who just came in, just when you call him a custodian. Blackthorn just popped in right when you said he don't have any say-so other than his custodial work.
I didn't mean it that way.
You heard it, James. Or Blackthorn.
Thorne, I believe that you should still be calling shots. But anyway, where was I at? Oh, you made it over the top rope. If you got how are you going to get a Malachi or a David Matthews? It's going to take something, or a D'Amico Graves over the top rope. Well, you've got to, those three could help get to the other. But if you're down to, how do you get a two? These are giant men. It's going to be difficult. All they have to do is lay down. Remember Rockhead Ray Spears? We saw him in several battle royals. We finally changed the rules that he could go. He could go middle or roll out. But I remember one time that we had not thought that through in SWA, and they couldn't get him over. And he was trying to.
Thorne said he would be here tonight, but every time he shows up, I do my shenanigans or whatnot.
That is true. He's probably.
Go ahead and say it.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by something on TV. Why am I watching TV when I could be watching you right there on our TV live stream? Anyway, but it's going to be difficult. Oh, Blackhead. He does have black hair. Rockhead Ray Spear. Now, back in the days before, when he was younger and more athletic. He just gained a lot of weight as he got older, but he was a very competent wrestler. He could jump over the top rope, not run and jump like Xavier Michaels Frankie, but he could, jump in the ring and all that kind of stuff. But, he got over that as he got older, but it was so much fun. Remember, he was the master of the chain, hiding the chain from the referee. He'd take the chain and he'd put it under his arm, and the referee check, and then he'd switch arms. He'd put it in his mouth, and sometimes he didn't even have a chain. He was doing all that. And then one time he was going for his chain. Rockhead Rockhead, please, I have nothing bad to say about you, even if it sounds bad. You were always one of my favorites and entertaining. He went for his chain and had it in his tights, but it fell on through his tights into his trunks, into his tights, and it went down. He's down there. He had his hand all the way down there, going for the top of the sink, down into his knee. Looking for that chain. That was so funny. Anyway, and as big as Rockhead was, he didn't really need a chain anyway. But he kept those referees going, just looking for it. That's a 10, Rockhead. Thank you. Shout out to Jesse James, RWF referee, longtime friend, SWA referee, and originally started out wrestling, got hurt early stages. But has had shoulder replacement surgery, and he's still recuperating, so he won't be able to be one of our referees for a while. But according to when the doctor releases him. But anyway, just shout out, keep getting better, and of course to other referee Webb. Tell me his first name. My mind just went. Pat. I can only think of Robert Webb, who's a minister that I know.
Usually he's on here.
Anyway, he's going through some illnesses. Bruce. Sorry, Bruce. Bruce is going through some illnesses. Let's remember him in our prayers. He needs a miracle from God, and let's just keep remember that. Thank you all for you still asking about how I'm doing and stuff, and my operation. According to my doctor, I'm right on par for where I'm supposed to be. Still need to go a ways, but where I can run through a troop and leap over a wall, but or before I can take a choke slam from Malachi. Please.
I want to see you run.
You'll find out I can run if he gets after.
Malachi gets after you, you'll be running.
I will run.
Luke better be running next time Malachi.
I only have to run faster than Luke, but I don't think I can do that. So,
I don't think so either.
he's a track star. He's got awards and stuff for that. And anyway, but if I could just somehow get behind Luke, then he'll stop.
Where Luke will learn to run. He can learn to run from the cops.
Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you?
I'm just messing. Can you imagine Rico trying to catch Luke?
Well, Rico told me he don't run. I think I can tell the story. Well, I can. He's not here. I'm sorry. RJ, backwards is Junior. So Arj was running after a shoplifter. He did that off duty hours. He worked there in the mall and worked. Anyway, he's chased a shoplifter and he face planted. And he said, from then on, he's not going to do any running. And if he does have to run, they're going to pay the taxes. They're definitely going to get arrested. Anyway, but mostly what they do, they catch them later because they're stupid. They come back. Maybe sometimes the same night when I worked there at Dillard's. And or they get on the bus. We had one policeman he stopped the bus, got right out in front of it, stopped the bus, got on the bus and arrested the guy. Loved it. But Rico caught many a guy and did better than that. He prevented it more than when he was doing I don't think he cares that I talk about that. I'm sorry if you do. I'm sorry I called you Rico again. RJ.
Anyways.
Junior.
We got December show coming up will be the Tim Miner birthday bash.
You do know
I do take
that the 19th is our October show.
Yeah.
And you know whose birthday it is the day before that?
Whose?
It's mine. I expect a cake.
Well, we can't put candles on it. We'll burn the building.
I don't want candles. I'm not blowing on the candles and getting that all over. I expect a cake. Want one.
Who you want to make you a cake? Don't you say my mom.
Luke's girlfriend.
You talking about my mom again?
Nah, I was just kidding. Don't do anything for me. We were going to do it for you because we don't want to take it seriously. Mine's has been honored, and
Thorne said, "Yeah, it's going to be a bash, all right."
Yeah,
in December.
Somehow, somewhere along the line, can't Thorne re-challenge this whole thing? Oh, not while you're in charge. No, you're not going to let that happen. What's wrong with me?
But it is about time for us to go, Rusty.
Were we going to talk about fantasy football a little bit? Or you already did?
I already did.
Well, in Pick'ems, our fantasy football Pick'ems, I am tied in first place with Andrew.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean
But
that.
I have focused on my fantasy football.
I didn't. I'm not. I mean, I have, but I'm the Twinkie Ding Dong Ho Ho Cupcake team. Anyway, looks like I'm going to lose again.
I hope so.
Of course you do, but it's said this this type of distance between us and the 2 games I've won too. Anyway, I've already done as good as I did last year. I've already won 2 games. Anyway, but then Rico said, well, the only reason, you always hear the only reason I'm not, because I forgot to pick one week. Okay, Rico, we could agree to spot you 10, and you're still 10 behind Tim, who's I think you're 3rd place or fourth place.
Blackthorn's wife has come on here and said she's going to enjoy the bash.
I didn't hear you howling.
I didn't either. I guess she jumped in here.
Oh wait, that's the Banshee. She's the Banshee now. Uh-oh, we were getting along. Maybe not now. Oh no, I messed it up. Last show we were getting along so well, and now, I'm sorry, Banshee. Anyway.
But any final thoughts?
I'm looking forward to PWA this weekend. That's we're not competition with them. We complement each other's shows and get along well. And a lot of our wrestlers interchange, and they seem to like that too. They even carry on some of the things with it. And then, of course, our show, October 19th, both of them are Halloween shows. Of course, I'm partial to our show. If you're, please don't, if there's other shows, other people that dare in our area within an hour's drive or less, a 30-minute drive, dare to even put a show on the same night we do, please don't. For your sake, you want to have people come to it.
Don't threaten.
I'm not threatening. You just don't want to. Nobody's going to come to your show. Put it on another night, and we might even come over there and bring a bunch of our people and our wrestlers. Just just have some fun with you. You could up your attendance by 50 or 60 just by not having it on our night. But forget all that. But we do want you to come and have a good time. Be sure and dress up like your favorite wrestler or whatever you want to. We need to see some sharp-dressed men and some shirt and ties. You need to have some people with looking like Blackthorn, looking like Malachi. Get you some. Go on Amazon and get you some of those headdresses like he fixes his hair. Just some ideas. Matter of fact, some of you guys could dress up like Destiny Rose, like David Matthews. No, just kidding. Some of you ladies could dress up like. Now, I didn't mean anything derogatory to her Destiny. She's my RWF granddaughter. But we please bring some posters, not too big, because we don't want to block people's way. And if you're in the front row, please don't stand up in front of everybody else. Stay seated. If you're in the back row, I understand. If you're in the front row, don't. We had some people just stood up nearly the whole show last time, right in front of the cameras. So just a little common courtesy. We want a heel corner. Tim and I, and a guy named Davey, we started out. To me, it was the original heel corner in this area, Middle Tennessee area, about nearly 25 years ago. We were called the Three Refs. That's where Rusty the Ref came from. And Tim came up with some it was Olympic year, wasn't it? We came up with holding up the 1s or 10s or whatever we graded to do. And that's where Boogie Woogie Boy decided he didn't like us. We always cheered for the heels and booed the fan favorites, and Boogie was a fan favorite, and we booed him, and we gave his boos 1s and 2s and stuff. We had a lot of fun with it, and so did he, actually. Then it was just a good time. So come and have a good time. Be sure and plan on eating a concession stand. We've got a new thing. Is that still in?
We'll have to see.
Okay. Well, I won't say it then. But hopefully, hopefully we're going to have a chicken sandwich there. Because it is good. It is a full bun size if we have it. Anyway, we'll have all the rest of our stuff: hamburgers, hot dogs.
To buy some packages, they only have like 2 left on the shelf, so I'm worried about the place where I get them having them in stock. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Well, okay, we can look around.
So maybe limited supplies. But anyways, until next time, until next week.
Be sure and visit our Facebook pages. Rusty's Facebook page is the one you're on, Tim Miner.
I don't have to enter the Battle Royal now because we did not get 1,000 views on last week's show. We said we had 1,000 views on last week's show by Saturday that I would enter the Battle Royal.
You do know.
I even went out and since Luke wasn't going to be able to find someone to replace him to do music so I could get in the ring, but now I'm not going to have to get in the ring. So.
RWF gives the fans what they want. That's what we pride ourselves on. We give them matches and things they want. So why not you just be in a Battle Royal?
I guess it could be now since I do have somebody to play music. But
is Psycho Medic going to be in a Battle Royal?
No, Psycho Medic is suspended.
Oh, it's just he just got back.
He shouldn't have hung up the phone on me.
He came back with a contract and then wow.
Had an attitude.
Yeah, he did.
People getting attitudes. I don't
have
like
to admit that.
Attitudes.
I'm with you on that. He did have an attitude.
But anyway.
But I like it.
Until next time, this is the Voice to Me Miner along with
Rusty the Ref and, of course, our technician, Luke.
Saying, get ready to turn that off over
He's
there.
going to do it with a ball bat.
But I don't want you to break it. Everybody, we'll talk to you next time on the Tim and Rusty Show.